Hey everybody, it's a unusual live cast. I've given you a couple this week. I've got my son and pal and stat department, the smart guy here at Boiled Sports. LBD is here with me. He attended the game just like I did, and we got to see a fun one tonight,
Yeah,
didn't we?
it was a fun game.
You have any quick thoughts? You're a little less hoarse than me for some reason. I can't figure out why.
It's almost like you yell a lot more.
It does
It's
seem that
almost
way.
like the passing game was on fire today, and rushing the field was really fun.
So you gave yourself your own segue right there,
Yeah,
which I love.
I
The
did.
passing game was absolutely on fire. O'Connell finishes with, let's see the final numbers. O'Connell finishes with 536 yards, 40 of 54, three touchdowns, zero interceptions. Not bad for a guy that I said was the second best quarterback on the roster. Amazing game, incredible effort for him. King Doru, 13 carries, just 32 yards, but he had that amazing scamper up the left side, which I said reminded me of DJ Knox when it happened,
Yeah.
which was pretty darn awesome. David Bell, have you heard of him? He had 11 receptions.
Breaks the Purdue record for most 100-yard games.
That's pretty awesome.
He's 15 now.
15 now, 11 receptions, 217 yards, a touchdown. Jackson Anthrop also did some damage, six receptions, 80 yards. Garrett Miller, 74 yards, including a very important tiptoe grab on the sideline, kept the drive going. There were so many important games, right, or plays that really made this game kind of special.
Diedrich Mackey with the pick in the end zone.
Oh, that was a great
really,
play.
really
Great play.
important.
Jared Gallima says go black, and I say go
gold.
gold. We were giving the MSU fans a hard time after around us.
Yes.
Early in the game, there's a couple things that were really, really fun and important. Early in the game, we were surrounded by Michigan State fans in section 104, surrounded by them. And they do the go green, go white, but they're also a provocative brand. I guess all the jerks from, I'm sure all the rest of them are great, but the jerks, all of them from East Lansing, were in our section.
Yeah.
And so
And there were a lot of them.
there were a lot of them. It was a pretty.
It was like a Michigan State section behind us.
Yeah, it was pretty crappy. And so after Purdue started getting momentum, I started leading. He says we need more volume. I don't know what to do with that right now. Let me see if I can fix that real quick on the fly. I'll try to do that. Let me see. Give me 1 second for these tech difficulties. I apologize. Darn nabbit. All right, need more volume.
That's it. Any better now?
Let's see, nano.
I think it's input.
Let's do this one. Output. Let's try that. Okay. Hopefully that's better.
Yeah, that works too. Get closer.
Yeah. Anyway, so we had some. We had some. Thank you, Jared. We had some jerk MSU fans around us, and I just started. I had enough. We tried to drown them out a couple different ways, and I just started yelling after big plays, "Go black!" And then everybody was ready. Go gold.
Yeah.
Our entire section was chanting "Go black, go gold." Completely took it away from me. That was fun.
Yeah, they did it maybe once more, and then it was done.
Took the thumb, put a thumb in their eye, which was a lot of fun. We got to rush the field, like you were saying. That was really, really cool. I'll have a video. I'll post that on this very YouTube feed probably in the next hour or so. I'm going to kind of splice it together. It's not super long, but if you couldn't get there to God's country, maybe you'll get to feel a little bit what it was like. But it was a very fun game, very fun atmosphere. Do you have any of your thoughts? I know you said you didn't want to stay on the feed very long, but I got to tell you, and if you tune in this site and you tune in the Handsome Hour, this guy predicted that Purdue would make it a close game, and you thought David Bell would feast. That Photoshop job was done while you should have been working. I'm not going to say it in case your mom watches, but
She's not gonna watch.
yeah, during Spanish class, and he saw something statistically. He saw something that was noteworthy, and it came to fruition.
Yeah, I originally predicted Purdue to win 38-35, or Purdue to lose 38-35.
Which isn't a bad. I don't think it's a bad
High
prediction.
scoring
so.
because of what's his name, Kenneth Walker hitting us in the mouth every time,
Right.
and then on our offense having Bell and O'Connell combo just go off.
So it's funny, like different people pick different things. I know at Golden Black, a couple people said if you can keep Kenneth Walker under 150 yards, you win.
She was.
Well, Kenneth Walker, 146 yards, 1 touchdown. Peyton Thorne, I think, played a pretty solid game.
Yeah.
20 of 30.
QB rating
Yeah.
as O'Connell.
Yeah, 276 yards, an interception. The one part where it felt like the game was teetering, coming right out of the second half,
Yeah.
Horvath puts it on the ground at like the 35 or 40. Michigan State scores almost right away.
Yeah, then they tied it up 21-21.
Yeah, and it felt like, right? This team's good. You know, they're top 5. Purdue came right back and answered, right? Marched right down the field. And maybe the biggest story of this game for me, if you want to stick around, you can. If you want to go, that's okay. Do you have any other thoughts? You want to stick around?
Well, it's just the statistics projected the big passing game, and it happened because Michigan State's defense is not good. They're secondary.
Yeah.
And Purdue has such a potent receiver core.
Right, right. And that's the thing. Milton Wright played well. Everybody played well.
Quiet Milton Wright game, but he played really well.
But he had because I haven't watched the film yet. I haven't been able to go and listen to anybody's post game because we were driving back, and then we got some dinner with family celebratory, Noble Romans in Whitestown, which was awesome. But it was like just a lot of big plays. I can't wait to watch this game again. I think it's going to be really cool. But man, it was a fun one in person and
fun environment.
Very fun environment. Very like it was all. I don't know if it was a complete sellout. It was close.
Yeah, it was. They said 58,000 before walk-ups.
Really? 54 or 58? I don't even know how much. I think 54, right?
I thought it was 58. I saw,
but anyway, it was a good turnout. Purdue showed off well, and that was great. So Purdue wins its second game versus a top 5 team, which is just incredible.
And they're going bowling. So.
They're going bowling. So here I'll eat some crow. I'm gonna eat in two ways. I'll eat some crow. Thanks for coming on the show. The first thing I'll eat crow on is saying, I still think that I think Jack Plummer's a great quarterback. Okay, so nothing disparaging Aiden O'Connell. What Aiden O'Connell did today is pretty historic, though. That's an incredible effort to put up that many yards against a pretty solid team. I know they're last in the Big Ten in pass defense, but what he did was pretty incredible. 500 plus yards. It's one of those things that 57,000, Pat Kennedy says. But putting up 500 plus yards at any time is pretty amazing. We were blessed with fantastic weather. If you couldn't pick that up on TV, it was just amazing. It never really got cold. It wasn't windy. That helped out Purdue's offense a lot. Purdue is now set up to play another top 5 team. I think Ohio State they won't be second, sadly, for all of us. I think Ohio State will probably be 4th or 3rd, probably 4th, heading into the game in Columbus next week. I guess it'll be a late game, either 3:30 or 7:30. So people have asked me what they think. I think it's going to be a late game. Joe Sasser, unusual comment, thought this game was very well officiated. Heard how mad the crowd was about the non-TD call, but it was the right call. Okay, so I had a lot of discussions about this. People behind the scenes here at Boiled Sports talked about that great catch by Bell in the right-hand side of the end zone, controlled it, but he did not complete the catch. According to rule, that's not a catch. It was an awesome effort, but he didn't complete the catch because the ball hit the ground before he fell out. I think that his second step, and then he fell out of bounds. That's not a catch according to the rules. They've screwed up the game. It's a great effort, but it's not a catch. The other one, so if you're going to be consistent according to the rules, Mackey's interception, the offensive player never completed the catch either, so there was not simultaneous possession between Mackey and the Michigan State receiver. Malik Carr had 1 reception. I'm not a fan of Malik Carr because of not just that he transferred from Purdue, because it felt like there was tampering in that whole thing. I love that he came back to Ross-Ade and he leaves with the big L. That's awesome. Good job, Boilers. I know he's got some buddies on the team. Still fun to see him lose. I love that. A big win. Purdue improves to 6-3. They won 40-29. Interesting parallel. The Ohio State game a couple years ago, 49-20. If you like numbers, whatever. Pat Kennedy in the margin has a great comment here, and I think it's true. Aiden O'Connell needs to be a Disney a Disney story, a Disney movie, and he's right. There are a lot worse stories that have been made into movies than Aiden O'Connell's. It's an incredible story, and it's not even done being written. That's the thing. It's amazing. Purdue has 3 more chances to win before the regular season is up. I think they're going to get at least 2 out of that 3. That would put them at 8 wins, which I said was my dream scenario. Come back in if you got something to say. Seriously. Yeah.
The Ohio State game just got set 3:30.
Okay, Ohio State is kicking off at 3:30 next Saturday. That's good info. Thank you, LBD. So, wow, feels like my voice is changing. So this is kind of raw. This is a live take. I'll put an additional video up here on the YouTube feed of us getting down to the field. It wasn't really rushing because it took us a while to get there because we came up from the cheap seats, and but we did get to go on the field. That was awesome. So hope you had a great evening. It's now 5 minutes until midnight. Remember, the clocks fall back tonight, and so you get an extra hour's sleep. So celebrate tonight if you're still celebrating. Maybe have your favorite adult beverage in a boiled sports rock glass. Thanks to our sponsors, Martin Vintage, where if you go on the website right now and enter Beat MSU, I think you get a full 20% off. The normal boiled will get you 15% off. Gridiron Metalworks, enter boiled, get 15% off there. And of course, Eat AJ's right on campus. Great place to grab a bite and watch some games and get a pint. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you had a great day. Hope you got to be there with me. Surprised I didn't see you down the field. I talked to 2 people on the field that actually, it's always interesting when people recognize me. I couldn't tell my voice or just this got me recognized. But that was neat, and always like seeing people that are BS watchers and listeners. So God bless you. Hammer down. Jared, great seeing you today. And well, we'll talk to you soon. Go Boilers, beat Ohio State.